Hey, this is Eastman's Omen Sorcery of Joseph. I've made a video today, another earlier, um, and I was really pumped up about it. It talks about the flux of detail you can do in your own spirituality to get in the ethereal realms of higher dimensions and speak with whomever you're looking to speak with, and just be able to create a phone between this realm and the other realm so you can talk to whoever you need to talk to in those spiritual, majestic places. And basically, your body is like a nuclear reactor. And I really wanted to emphasize on why I think hallucinating can be good if it's controlled and not too excessive, and natural hallucinations, not with LSD or mushrooms, but just naturally. And this could be good. And basically, what the whole thing is it's the whole idea of life is about reflecting and creating spirituality and evolving mankind into a more advanced sentient being and love and stuff. And I got all this stuff. I love people and I love what I do. I have music too, the Heat of Doom and Max and G's down low on my page. And give that a listen if you want to. It's really good. I used to be an MC back in my younger days. I was pretty evil, but I basically have been broken and rehabilitated into what I am now. And I talk about how I slept with a witch and she did witchcraft to me. And then it was either I was going to die or survive. And I had to fight to survive. And I did. And I learned about what she does. And I don't use other people's bodies as part of my technique, and she does use other people's bodies and become some sort of virus and stuff. And but the whole quest is for immortality, the search for immortality to live forever. And I through my travels, I think that maybe vampires could be real. I don't know if they drink blood or whatever, what they do. Maybe you do need to drink blood if you're a vampire. There's a lot of occult stuff, even the OTO, even they have a vampire segment, uh, durational period thing they do, and the occult dabbles in vampirism, and so does the Vatican. And um, I used to, and the whole idea of it is really cool and really fascinating, but um, I don't know if anyone's ever turned yet for real. But they have those old skulls where they put bricks in their mouth when they're buried underground, so they don't bite anyone. And trying to think of what I wanted to talk about was my other video, of course, that I just made earlier, the search for freedom. Or yeah, that's one that's good. And geez whiz, uh, I'm not. I've researched. Sometimes I think of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth and like Morgan Official, who's a sort of an occultist spiritual person, says that Thoth never lived and he was just a continuation of Hermes Trismegistus. But I'm pretty sure that the Egyptians had a hieroglyph and a painting of someone named Thoth. So I think he's more real than unreal. And there's stuff to learn about Thoth and the Atlanteans, and through my trials and tribulation, I've learned that there is a thing on this planet, and maybe in the solar system, or maybe in the universe, that wants to hold you back from becoming immortal and the person you want to be. There's a big downer type thing that and you need to keep fighting, and you can break that mold that it puts on us and spring free in the matrix and in the fractal universe. And that's what I did. And a lot people say don't pay any attention to imagination, but imagination is very important in spirituality, and the human mind is capable of harnessing about 22 different realms just in your brain. And today is September 20th, and the I the idea is to get like 10 of them, and then 10 is the same thing as 100%. So it's a number that means 100%. 10 does. When you have 10, that's pretty good, and you can just stay at 10 with your spiritual numerology and your spiritual ethereal realms. Have 10 of them, 10 minions and 10 entities and 10 dimensions. But I seem to have 21 or 22 of them, and my angel, my statue of my angel holds that down. And then there's this dimensions inside your house that hold things down too in the closet. And I don't use TVs. I don't even watch TV. And I don't use a laptop. And I don't use, early on, I used mirrors as a dimension. It's sort of like a portal, but I don't, um, if you want to, I do use that one actually sometimes. It's you have to use these things like the needle, the horseshoe, the wheel, and the square, and invert things and flip them in dimensions in your mind. And then when your mind's projection, your imagination, you put that needle in that dimension with mind, and then it's always going to be in a dimension a couple lower than what you think it is. But if you keep going with your spirituality and this technique, it will get, you can eventually, they'll move into the dimension that your original agenda was. It is possible, and that's sort of what it is, stuff like that. Um, and hallucinations all the way. And no, I don't do any drugs. I don't drink alcohol. Um, I draw pictures and I read stuff and I write books. I'm on medium.com, eastmanjoe44 at gmail.com, on medium.com. I have books there that I've wrote. You can find the link on my YouTube page in the link portion, stuff like that. Um, and then so you do a lot of outside work, and then every once in a while you do a little internal work on your inside. Make up is down and down is up, and that's a good philosophy and a good idea. But it's just I wrote a story about this person who was like in my family in imagination called Yuhabi. And I wrote a story about, first I wrote a story about Yuhabi, and then once I was reading the story, something happened, and he went into this portal, this realm, this conduit place, and he became like my consciousness, and he went all over the place and into space and stuff. And it was and a lot of people knew about this entity, and they wanted to have it as part of their repertoire and stuff. But he was sort of taken, and he sort of did go away too. And I just had a lot of visions. My birthday is 9/17/1978, and I was an 11-pound baby, and my name is Joseph. So if you use numerology and configure that in every way, you'll find out that 9 is a good universal number, 17's prime and a good spiritual number, 19's prime and a good spiritual number, 78 has 6 13s, an 11-pound baby is an angelic number and also prime. And so these things lead me to believe, not, I know that probably 90% of the people on the planet won't be able to use these tools and do what I've done, but some will. that are the chosen ones, and I'm hoping you can do these things too. Thank you. Bye.